Welcome everyone. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Wismec RX2 or Relo 2 2700 regulated mod. Today I am actually vaping the Aura RDA on it, and I'm enjoying it very much. Got it sitting at about 100 watts, 4 volts. Very enjoyable vape. Vaping boosted, strawberry boosted, the original strawberries and cream flavor, which I have been very partial to for a few years now. So let's get down and take a look at this bad boy. Alright, so here's what we're going to have inside of our packaging. Relo RX2 2700, no cells included. Mine do have some in it, and I will tell you why when we get to that point. The Gnome tank, a dual 0.15 ohm head coil called the WMO2, and the WMO3 triple 0.2 ohm head coil. Quality control and USB cable, user manual, and a warning card, and a packet of spare parts for your tank. Open it up. Mine of course has a sample on it, thanks to Grim Green for sending this to me. And there's the mod. Let's go further into the packaging. Take this out. So it looks like we will have our USB cable for charging our firmware upgrades, a spare glass for the Gnome tank, basically a 510 drip tip that goes into this tank. It comes pre-installed with an Ultim 510 tip, and this is the WMO2 coil head. I have the WMO3 in the tank pre-installed with juice in it that I have been vaping. A Gnome tank user manual, the Wismec Relo 2700 mod user manual, and then your card for information on it about your drip tip and such. And just to throw that out there, I want to say that this packaging was kind of terrible. Everything kind of sits in the bottom of this little cubby down here, free, and it just flops around all over the place. Now, nothing was broken or anything, and this was reviewed before I got it, so I just wanted to mention that everything was in there. There's no compartments for stuff to sit in, so never mind that. This is the Relo 2700 mod that I have already stated. On the bottom we have a clip, which is to remove this whole back piece, and I won't be able to do that for you today, and I will explain why shortly. So let's move around. You have venting on this side, venting on this side for your batteries, up and down buttons on the front here, and a big J-bow firing button. Move on to the top. Nice planted 510, not going anywhere. Not going anywhere, it is solid. This is all one piece up here, and the 510 is actually under this. So let's click it on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's on. Normal Wismec chipset. So you have your power up here, your applied voltage, your coil resistance, how many puffs you've taken, battery 1 and battery 2. It doesn't really tell you, but I assume that battery 1 is over here and battery 2 is over here. To correspond the sides even with each battery, we're just going to take a guess, say that's what it does. Other than that, I don't have an atomizer on it, so to say no atomizer found, let's screw the Gnome on here, which 100 watts is going to be way too much for that tank. But this coil is shot in it. Anyways, I've been using it for about a month. So it tells me I have 4.58 volts for a 0.21 ohm coil. And so anyways, I had an accident with mine, and this broke the two clips when it was dropped out of my pocket from about 3 feet, and it stays together now from 2 dots of industrial super glue. But I'm gonna kind of talk about that on the FaceTime portion. So anyways, that's about all to see with this mod. It does take two 2700 batteries, or it takes 18650 batteries with 2 Wismec tube adapters that extend the battery. Similar to this, they're vented and they're longer. They take up the whole 18650, but they add a pin on top to make it as long as a 2700. Otherwise, let's go out top, talk about it. I'm gonna clean this tank out and we'll vape on it. Quick size comparison. This is the Alien by Smoke, and that is, so it's not much taller. Alien's a little bit taller. And as far as shape goes, you can see it's a little bit different of a shape. It's something you'd have to get used to, but overall I've really enjoyed using this device. So everything that I have owned, or that I do own, screws down, makes a connection, and sets flush on this mod. And that's a big pro in my book. It does the wattage that it says it does. Sometimes it may seem like it's a little underpowered, but you get the battery life with these 2700s versus the 18650s. And I've also used it with 18650s, and it has been splendid. So I don't have gripes there. So back to the story, I dropped it and it busted off this back piece. The batteries went out everywhere. This back piece busted out. The paint has held up great. I only dropped it that one time out of my pocket, and then I stopped taking it out of the house because it is so heavy. Now I carry something like the Mi 1 Pod. Other than that, these 2 clips, you pull this button and these 2 clips pop back, and then this bottom piece comes off of the mod. Well, what happened when it fell and that weight, the impact of it hitting the concrete, it broke the 2 clips where it wouldn't stay on anymore. So that's what the industrial super glue was for. Other than that, I glued them shut, and then now you have to charge it within the piece. So I probably won't keep this mod too much longer. I'll give it to somebody who needs it more than I do. I'll take the loss on the 2 2700 batteries, which was about 30 bucks. Other than that, that's all I have for you this morning. It is quite early. I still need to wake up. But I hope you guys have a great day. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. And other than that, I think I would recommend this mod for a vapor that wants something up to 200 watts and a decent tank with the kit. Other than that, that's all I can really say about it. Little quirk with the whole button, the clips deal, so don't drop it. That's all I really got for you. I'll see you guys next time.